Hi, my name's Aaron Curry, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to source off-market property deals to add to your portfolio at large discounts with just a 4-sentence tool. Now this video is the fourth in a series of 4 videos that show you how to safely and securely build yourself a property portfolio at the best time in over a decade. Now, you see, the property market is about to crash. The housing bubble that we've seen, the 2020 bubble, is about to implode. It's about to burst. And for the educated property investor who's ready and got the right education with experience, this is going to be an amazing opportunity to buy at the bottom of the market. For the inexperienced property investor who's not quite sure what they're doing, it's an incredibly dangerous time that's coming up right now. Now, I want to show you in these 4 videos, and I am showing you in these 4 videos, exactly how you could build a passive income from property of £50,000 a year within the next 2 years, regardless of your starting point, provided you have the right education, the right support, and the right accountability. They all need to be in place. So my goal is to show you how you can build a £50,000 passive income from property safely and securely as the housing bubble bursts. In the first video in this series, if you've not already watched it, you want to pause this video and go click somewhere around this video. You can go click and go watch the first video. In the first video in this series, I explain exactly what is going on in the housing market. I explained why the market's going to drop 5 to 10% in Q4 2020, and I explained exactly how long we'd spend at the bottom of the market before it started going back up. So you know exactly when to buy your property, so you buy at the bottom of the market. So if you've not watched that video already, you need to go and watch it. In the second video, I then taught you the 3 key elements, that have to be at the table to buy world-class properties, to make sure you buy the right properties in the right areas at the right time. So if you didn't watch video number 2, again, pause this video. Somewhere around this video, you'll see a link to video 2. Go watch that video 2 and learn those 3 key elements. In the third video in this series, I taught you about raising money. You see, all of us will run out of money at some stage. You might have enough money in the bank right now for 3 deals. You might have enough money for 1 deal. You might have enough money for 5, or you might have enough money for none. Imagine being able to raise all the money you needed to get these deals done. Well, in video 3, I taught you a 30-second tool that you can implement straight away that will help you to raise the money to build your property portfolio dreams. So again, if you've not watched video 3, somewhere around this video there's a link. Pause this video and go and watch video number 3. In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to source off-market deals at large discounts at the best time in over a decade, so you can build your property dreams. And bottom line, so you can create in the next 2 years a passive property income of £50,000 a year, regardless of wherever your starting point is and what money you've got to start with or what time or experience. I'm going to show you how to do that. So, as I've been saying, there are 2 main things that you need to have at the table to successfully invest in property. You need to have plenty of money coming in, lots of money to buy the deals. And then I've just said the word deals. You need loads of deals. If you have lots of money to buy the deals and you have loads of the correct deals, world-class deals, then you can build your portfolio to the size you want to build it to. So as I said in video 3, I taught you how to get the money. In this video, let's look at raising the portfolio, finding the properties that you need to build your portfolio. So let me take you back to 2012-13 when I was looking to source properties. And you may say, who's Aaron to be able to tell me about this? Well, my company currently, our Done For You service, which this video is not about, but my Done For You service, we've bought over 1,300 properties now for our clients, investors and ourselves. Over 1,300. Okay, and we've done that mainly over the last decade. We buy currently 400 to 500 properties a year. That's 30 to 40 properties a month. We look at £100 million worth of property a month and sift through all of that. So we know where the market is. We know what's going on. How do we get all of that property flowing to us? How do we get people to send us that property? Well, what we do is we use something that I call property identity. If you've watched video 3, you heard me talk about property identity to raise money. Well, you can also use property identity to find properties, to source great property deals. Let me show you an example of a property identity I created back in 2012-13 that enabled me to source a deal of 237 properties in one portfolio. So let's look at an example property identity that I used to raise and find deals back in 2012-2013. So let me throw it up on the screen. So my name is Aaron and I specialise in family lets. With funds to purchase 200 plus properties and the expertise to get it done. So very clearly it's saying we've got the money, and very clearly it's saying we've got the expertise. We need sellers of large portfolios who will take a 20% discount to sell fast. It's totally clear, isn't it? If you're a seller, we're interested. If you're a seller at only 5% or 10%, we're not interested. If you're a seller at 20% or close to 20, we are. It's really, really clear what we're looking for. Do you know anyone like that? So people were very quickly able to go either yes, me, or no, not me, but this person over here might be able to help, or no, I don't know anyone at all that will sell their house for that kind of discount. It's really clear. But to start with, we've built our piece big time. We've said what we bring to the table. We've said what we're looking for. So there's a great example of a property sourcing identity. Let's use that identity and see what happened when I put that in place. Okay, so I took that property identity that I've just shown you, and what I did back in 2012-13, I started posting that property identity out there. Now my team at the time, we had about 40 orders on our books, 40 clients that wanted to buy a property. But I started asking for 200 plus properties, and my team thought I was crazy. They're like, what are you doing, Aaron? This is crazy. If someone comes with loads, what are we going to do? I was like, let's worry about that later. We can find the money. Let's find the deals, and then we'll find the money. And so we start posting this property identity everywhere. And what starts to happen, of course, we're now asking for 200 plus properties. So what do we attract? The world gives you what you ask for, doesn't it? So we're not asking for one property here and one property there. We're asking for 200 plus. So we get a portfolio sent through of 237. We get another of 97. We get another of 28. They're all piling in. And as we're sifting through these portfolios, the portfolio of 237, by the way, we nearly ended up buying. We nearly ended up being able to negotiate, and it was a whole village. I was buying a village, small town, to bring in for my clients, okay? But it didn't quite come off. They wouldn't give me the discount that I wanted, because we want great deals in the right areas, but we want to negotiate hard as well. But what did happen, let me tell you about portfolio I did buy out of this. There's a portfolio of 28 properties. Now, these are between Bradford and Bingley. Bradford and Bingley used to be an old building society, didn't it? But they're between Bradford and Bingley, about 5 miles apart, and in between the two, close to a place called Shipley and Saltaire, there was a portfolio of 28 properties. And we put this property identity out everywhere, and someone came to us and said, hey, I know you're looking for 200 plus. I don't suppose you'd be interested in the 28. Notice the language in there, now almost apologising for just bringing us 28. I don't suppose you'd be interested in 28. Inside we're like, yeah, we're interested in 28. And we end up negotiating on that deal. And the deal were kind of 7-year-old properties. So the builder had built them. They'd not been able to sell them, so they'd kept them. And then they'd hit some financial difficulties, so they wanted to sell this portfolio on quickly. So we negotiated on that portfolio, and we actually negotiated, you're not going to get that these days probably, but we negotiated a 25% discount on 28 different properties. This is a game changer. This is absolutely amazing. We've now sourced 28 properties at once in one deal. Now, by the way, negotiating on 28 doesn't take a lot longer than it takes to negotiate on one. In fact, often when you negotiate on bigger deals, you're dealing with people who are used to making business decisions, bigger business decisions, so they make them faster than the person whose life savings or life equity is tied up in one property. So we do this deal for 28 properties. Now, I'm not going to go into all the detail, but that deal ended up making me and my business over £300,000 of profit. £300,000 worth of profit. And the clients that I had that bought those deals, by the way, it made them between £15,000 and £20,000 worth of profit each. Just because we used a 4-sentence tool. Just because we took the time to write down that 4-sentence tool, which you can now do. You can pause this video and go copy my 4-sentence tool, drop your own numbers in it, your own areas in it, your own strategy in it if you want to do a different strategy, and then go put it in play. We made £300,000 doing nothing that you couldn't do. Now, how do you build one of these property identities? Now, you might have watched this in video 3, you might not. So let me just briefly take you through again, how do we build this? What are the key component parts? And then let me show you another example, because I want you to get this. Repetition is the mother of skill. That's why I'm covering this again. I want you to get this. So the first thing is to be really, really clear on what you bring to the party. So from video 2, when I talked about the joint venture triad, those 3 things, what were they that you needed to bring to the party? The first was time, the second was money, the third was experience. Which of those 3 do you bring to the table? Are you bringing time? And if so, how much? 30 hours a week I'm going to put into this. Or are you bringing money? I've got £100,000 to invest. What are you bringing to the table? Secondly, you build your piece. You brag a little bit. Yeah, we're looking for 200 plus properties. We've got the time and experience. Or when I was looking for money, I was telling them I had 200 properties, more than 200 in my own portfolio, for example. You need to brag and build your piece. Thirdly, tell them clearly what you're looking for. I'm looking for investors who would like a great return on investment. It's really clear. I'm looking for properties with at least a 20% discount. I'm looking to buy 10 properties with at least a 20% discount. It's really clear what you're looking for. Okay, and then finally you put in the location. So the location you want to put it in. Now in the example I just showed you, my example, there wasn't a location, but that's because we were buying nationwide. So we didn't have to be location specific, but you need to be location specific. So you want to go either Bradford, or you want to go Sheffield, or you want to say Manchester. Be location specific because it helps the brain to switch on or off. Then people, even if they've got some out location, they'll say, don't suppose you'd take them in Derby, would you? They'll still come to you and bring them to you, but you've been really clear with what you're looking for. So let's throw up another example, just to have a look at another example of somebody. This example, sourcing holidays. Let's throw that up and have a look at it. This first one that I'm going to throw up on the screen in front of you is My Name is Claire, and I specialise in holiday lets in North Yorkshire. So it's really clear on the strategy and the location. I've got the time and the expertise, really clear on what she brings, to make far higher investment returns from larger 6 to 8 bedroom properties. Okay, so she's got the time and expertise to make far higher great investment returns from 6 to 8 bedroom properties. I'm looking for landlords with a 6 to 8 bedroom property for sale or rent who would like to sell fast or rent fast. Do you know anyone like that? Now this is really specific, isn't it? It tells us that she's looking for 6 to 8 bedroom properties. There won't be that many people that rule themselves in for that. So they'll go, no, not me, no, not me, no, I don't know anybody, no, I don't. But when someone's got one of those, guess what? They're going to be specifically really interested because they've never heard anyone ask for this before. If you had a 6 to 7 or 8 bedroom property and it was for sale or rent, would you be interested in speaking to Claire? Yes, straight away. And it makes it really easy for the receiver to say either that they would be interested or they might think of someone else that's got a 6 to 8 bedroom. So, hi, my name is Claire, specialise in holiday lets in North Yorkshire. This property identity really clearly draws you in if you're the right person. So we've come a long way in this 4-part video series, but there's still a long way to go if I'm going to show you how to safely and securely, if I'm going to show you the safest way to build a portfolio that's going to make you a passive income of £50,000 a year in the coming house price crash. Now in video 2, I don't know if you remember in video 2, I said that you need to learn to buy properties to world-class rules, the right properties in the right areas. And I shared with you one of the strategies there, but I said that was one of 3 strategies that will get you 4 times the results that a normal property investment would. So what I'd like to do, so I can teach you how to get 4 times the results that a normal property investment would, is invite you to a webinar that I'm running this Wednesday evening. Now the webinar is called How to Build a £50,000 Property Income in the Coming House Price Crash even if you're starting with little time, money, or experience. And here's just a taste of what I'm going to be teaching you, what you're going to learn. You're going to learn, first of all, my golden rules to buy world-class buy-to-let properties, houses that profit from cash flow and 2 other ways as well. So they're 4 times more profitable. I'm going to be showing you how to build a buy-to-let portfolio in the coming house price crash that gives you a £50,000 property income per annum, even if you're starting with little time, little money, or little experience. And then I'm going to be teaching you and showing you the little known strategy that gives you a £50,000 annual cash flow with only 2 houses, and the specialist letting agent that makes this a totally passive investment. So to register for this Wednesday's webinar, click the link that is further down the page. I've really enjoyed sharing these property secrets with you, sharing these property tools with you over the last 4 videos. But I'd really love it if we could spend a webinar together so I can share even more with you and really launch your next 6 to 12 months on your personal property journey. So go click the link right now. Join me live on this Wednesday night's webinar, and I look forward to working with you so you can grow that passive income of £50,000 a year or more just by implementing these skills and learning from mastery. So I'll see you on Wednesday night. Click the link right now, and in the meantime, stay safe, invest with knowledge, invest with confidence, create financial freedom. I'll see you soon.